Welcome to Spoken English TV. In today's video, we'll show you how to speak English fluently by starting with storytelling. In this friendly and simple conversation, Arjun and Komal will guide you through how to tell a story in English. From how to start, use the right tenses, and add emotions, to how to end your story with impact. This video is perfect for beginners and English learners in India. You'll learn useful tips, real-life examples, and easy-to-understand vocabulary. Don't miss the full conversation between Arjun and Komal, as it's packed with daily use vocabulary that will boost your spoken English. And if you want the vocabulary from this video, you can get it. Just join the YouTube membership for only 89 rupees per month. And you'll get a PDF file with every word, its Hindi meaning, similar words, and examples. By joining, you are not just learning, you are also supporting me. These videos take a lot of time, effort, and money to create, and your support really helps me keep going. So go ahead, click join, and start leveling up your English. Once you join the membership, you'll be able to access all the vocabulary and extra resources in the membership tab. And trust me, if you keep learning like this, you'll see a big improvement in your spoken English in just 3 months. And if you like this video, don't forget to like it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So let's get started.
Hey Komal, what are you doing?
Hi Arjun, nothing much. Just thinking about something funny that happened last week.
Oh, really? Tell me, I love good stories.
Sure, but I sometimes get confused while telling stories in English.
Same here. I also pause a lot and forget words.
Exactly. So I was thinking, why don't we talk about how to tell a story in English?
Wow, that's a great idea. It will help us and also others who want to speak English better.
Yes, especially Indian learners like us. We think in Hindi and try to translate everything.
Yes, that makes it harder. Let's break it down step by step today.
So, Arjun, before we start, why do you think storytelling is important when learning English?
Good question. I think when we tell a story, we are using real life situations. That makes our English more natural. Also, stories help in connecting with people. When you tell a story, you don't just use grammar, you use feelings, emotions, expressions. That makes you sound more confident and fluent.
Exactly. And stories are everywhere in daily life, at work, in interviews, or even during small talk with friends. If you can tell a story well, people will enjoy talking to you.
True. Also, when you tell stories, you automatically use the past tense, different types of vocabulary and expressions. That gives you real practice without much pressure.
Yes, and when people laugh or react, you feel good and get confidence. So, storytelling is not just about words, it's about communication.
You nailed it, Komal. It's like the heart of speaking. So, shall we start with the basic structure?
Let's go for it.
Okay. So, let's begin with how to start a story. I think every story needs a setting, right? Like where and when the story happened.
Yes, that's the first step. We can use phrases like last Sunday when I was in college or once upon a time for a fun or childhood story. It helps the listener know the background.
Exactly. For example, if I say, last weekend I went to Rishikesh with my cousins, the listener immediately gets an idea that the story is about a trip.
Yes, and you can add a little detail to make it interesting, like we planned it suddenly or it was a surprise trip. These small details make people curious.
Oh, that reminds me. While starting a story, it's important to speak slowly and clearly. Many people rush and jumble everything.
Yes, and it's okay to pause a little. A good storyteller knows how to build interest slowly. You don't have to say everything in one breath.
Ha ha ha. True. I used to do that a lot. My friends would say, bye, take a deep breath.
Same here. So, starting with the setting and a simple sentence is the key. Like, 2 years ago, during Diwali, something funny happened at my Nani's house.
Yes. Now that sounds like a story I'd want to hear.
Okay? After setting the scene, the next step is building the story with details. But we have to be careful. not too much and not too little.
Right. Sometimes people get carried away and give too much information and the story gets boring.
Exactly. We should only add details that help the story move forward, like people involved, what happened step by step, and how you felt.
Yes, emotions are very important. If you say, I was scared or I was so happy, and the listener connects with you.
And don't forget to use time connectors. Words like then, after that, suddenly, meanwhile, these help to keep the story flow smooth.
Oh, yes. Without those, the story feels broken. Like, first, we reached the hotel, then we went to the river. Suddenly, it started raining.
Perfect example. It feels like we're watching a movie in our mind. You're painting a picture with words.
Exactly. And a little humor also helps, like adding something unexpected or silly.
Ha ha ha. Like that time you wore your kurta inside out and didn't even notice until the evening.
Oh God, don't remind me. But see, that small funny detail made the story memorable.
Yes. So, storytelling is about balance. Add people, place, emotions, and actions. But keep it simple and fun.
One common problem I used to face was mixing tenses. Like, I'd start the story in past tense and suddenly jump to present without realizing it. It really confused the listener. So I learned to keep my story in one tense, especially past tense, because most stories are about something that already happened.
That's so true. I also made the same mistake. For example, I'd say, I went to the market and then I see my teacher. Instead, it should be, I saw my teacher. Simple rule. If the story happened before, just use past tense consistently.
Yes, and if you want to add your current opinion or emotion, then you can use the present. Like, it was a funny moment, and even now I laugh when I think about it. That mix is okay, but the main events should be in past tense.
Exactly. And it's totally okay to make small mistakes. The important thing is that your listener understands your story and enjoys it.
Right. Nobody is checking grammar like a teacher. It's about connection, not perfection.
So, Arjun, what makes a story interesting according to you?
Hmm. I think small twists, emotions, and the way we tell it. You can even use a little suspense, like, guess what happened next? It makes people curious and involved.
Yes, asking questions is a great trick. Like, can you imagine what I saw there? Or would you believe what he said to me? This makes the listener feel like part of the story.
Also, using idioms or expressions makes it colorful, like saying, I was over the moon, instead of just, I was very happy.
Exactly. Or, my heart skipped a beat when you were scared. These expressions make the story more dramatic and alive.
But beginners should start simple and later add these idioms slowly. First, focus on telling a clear story.
Many people feel shy or nervous while telling stories in English. That's one big problem.
Yes, and because of that, they speak too fast or too slow. Some people also keep correcting themselves again and again, which breaks the flow.
Right. We don't need to be perfect. It's better to complete the story naturally than to stop after every word to fix grammar.
And another mistake is using very difficult words. If your listener doesn't understand, then what's the use?
True. Simple words, correct emotions, and natural tone are more important than big vocabulary.
Okay, should I try a short story now?
Yes, please. Let's see how you do it.
Alright. So, last year during Holi, my friends and I planned a surprise prank on one of our teachers. We filled balloons with colored water and waited outside his house. But instead of him, his wife came out first and splash, we hit her by mistake.
Oh no, what happened next?
We were so scared. We said sorry 100 times. But luckily, she laughed and said she also used to play Holi like that in college. She even gave us sweets later.
That's such a nice story. You use past tense, emotion, humor, and even a twist. Perfect.
Now your turn. Komal, tell me one of your favorite stories.
Okay. So once when I was in class 10th, I had to give a speech in front of the whole school. I was super nervous, and while walking up to the stage, I tripped on the mic wire and almost fell.
Oh no, that must have been embarrassing.
It was, but then I made a joke on stage about being clumsy, and everyone laughed with me. After that, I felt confident and gave the best speech of my life.
Amazing. That's how you turn a bad moment into a good one. Your story had a good message too.
One more thing that helps a lot is voice and facial expression. If we tell a story in a flat, boring voice, no one will enjoy it, even if the story is amazing.
Yes, I noticed that when people change their voice slightly to show surprise, fear, or happiness, it feels more real, like saying, and then suddenly, boom, in an excited voice grabs attention.
Exactly. Also, small actions or hand movements while telling the story help people imagine it better, especially in video calls or live interactions.
And facial expressions like raising eyebrows, smiling, or widening your eyes, they all add drama to the story. It's like acting a little bit while speaking.
Ha ha, yes, but not overacting. Just enough to make your story lively and interesting.
Shall we share some common idioms that people can use while telling stories?
Yes, that would be really helpful. Let me start with a few. One is over the moon, which means feeling very happy. For example, I was over the moon when I got the job.
Another one is a blessing in disguise, which means something that seems bad at first but turns out to be good. Like, missing the train was a blessing in disguise. I avoided an accident.
And there's once in a blue moon, which means something that happens very rarely. For example, I visit my hometown once in a blue moon.
Great ones. I'll add a few more. One is hit the nail on the head, which means to say something exactly right. For example, she hit the nail on the head with her idea.
Then there's butterflies in my stomach, which means feeling nervous. Like, I had butterflies in my stomach before the speech.
And here's another spill the beans, which means to reveal a secret. For instance, he accidentally spilled the beans about the surprise party.
These idioms really make storytelling more colorful and fun. But for beginners, it's better to use them slowly and understand their meanings first.
Now, Komal, what tips would you give to someone who wants to start practicing storytelling in English?
I'd say start with simple, real life stories. Talk about something that happened in the market or something funny that your friend said. Keep it short and easy at first. Speak it out loud to yourself.
Yes, and recording yourself while telling a story really helps. When you listen to your own voice later, you'll notice where you made mistakes or where you can improve.
Also, try to practice with a friend or family member who encourages you. Don't worry about making it perfect. Focus on sharing your story and enjoying the process.
If someone feels shy, they can write the story in English first. Then they can read it out loud like a mini speech. Over time, you won't need to write it down. You'll start speaking naturally.
Exactly. And one more thing, listen to English stories regularly. Whether it's YouTube videos, audiobooks, or short films, it teaches you how to tell stories in a natural flow.
Let's share some useful vocabulary with Hindi meanings that people often use in storytelling. I'll start with a few intermediate and advanced ones. The first word is awkward, which means strange or uncomfortable. For example, it was an awkward silence. Then we have embarrassed, feeling ashamed. Like, I felt embarrassed after forgetting my lines. Another common word is suddenly, all of a sudden. For instance, suddenly the lights went off. Next is twist, which means a turn or surprise. You could say, The story had an unexpected twist, and there's expression, facial reaction, or emotion. For example, her expression showed fear.
Now I'll share a few basic and beginner friendly words. First is laugh, to giggle or show happiness. Like, we laughed a lot during the trip. Then there's cry, to shed tears. For example, the child began to cry loudly. Another one is run, to move fast by foot. He ran to catch the bus. Next is friend, a person you like and trust. You can say, my friend told me a funny story. And finally, teacher, a person who teaches students. My teacher gave me homework.
Komal, many people get confused when it comes to ending a story. They just stop suddenly or say, that's it, and it feels incomplete.
Yes, I agree. A good story ending should leave a message, a feeling, or a small reflection. Like, that day, I learned not to trust people too quickly. Or, that moment changed my life.
Or something simple like, that was the happiest day of my school life. It closes the story with emotion and gives a sense of completion.
Exactly. And if you want, you can even end with a question like, have you ever experienced something like that? It makes the listener think and respond.
A perfect ending gives a nice finishing touch, just like the last scene of a good movie.
So, friends, storytelling is not just for fun, it's a powerful way to practice English. You learn how to speak clearly, use tenses, express emotions, and connect with others.
Yes, and most importantly, it builds confidence. Even if you make mistakes, keep telling your stories. Every story makes your English better.
Start with short stories. Tell your family what happened in your day. Slowly, you'll be able to tell longer and better stories without fear.
And remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being real. Speak from your heart, use simple words, and enjoy the journey. You know, Komal, I really enjoyed today's talk. It felt like we weren't just discussing a topic, we were actually living it.
I feel the same, Arjun. This wasn't just about how to tell a story. We told stories, shared tips, laughed, and even reflected on our own mistakes.
Yes, and I think that's the beauty of real conversation. When we speak naturally, we learn more, and I hope our viewers also felt connected and learned something valuable.
Definitely. And to everyone watching, please don't think that you need perfect grammar or fancy vocabulary to start storytelling. What you need is the courage to speak, a little preparation, and a lot of heart.
Well said. And if you feel stuck, just think of one memory from your life. Start with last week or when I was a child and let the words flow. Trust yourself. You know more English than you think.
And remembered, even the best storytellers started with basic words and simple sentences. The more you speak, the more confident you become.
Okay, Komal, how about giving our viewers a small practice challenge?
Until next time, keep speaking, keep smiling, and remember, your voice matters.
Now tell that story in English, speak it out loud in front of a mirror, or record it on your phone. Try to use the tips we shared. Start with the setting, use past tense, include some emotion, and end with a nice closing line.
And if you feel confident, type your story in the comments. We would love to read them and maybe even reply to a few.
Yes, and don't worry about spelling or grammar. This is your space to learn and grow. Mistakes are just part of the journey.
So that's all for today's episode. We hope this helped you understand how to tell a story in English step by step.
And more than just understanding, we hope you feel inspired to try it yourself. English is just a tool. Your real power is your story.
Whether you speak a few lines or a full paragraph, whether it's perfect or not, it matters. Every word you say builds your fluency.
And we're here with you in this journey. On this channel, you'll find many more real life English conversations, tips, and simple ways to speak confidently.
So please like this video if you found it useful and subscribe if you want more content like this. And don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss a video.
Also, share this with a friend who's trying to improve the English. You never know who might need a little motivation.
Until next time, keep speaking, keep smiling, and remember, your voice matters.